Welcome back to Living While Saving, where we teach you how to live life and save money at the same goddamn time. It's your boy Stanley.
And it's his girl, Lynette.
Yeah, you more than my girl. You my wife, you my queen, you my princess, all the above.
Yeah, well, we're going to get into it.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. So, in this video, we're going to talk about saving. We haven't got to saving, so we're going to talk to y'all about how to create a budget, how to use a budget to pay off credit card debt. So now we're just going to talk about just saving in general. We're not even going to talk about budget. We're just going to talk about savings, because savings is another pandemic in this country, because it's only a small portion of us that actually has a savings. Statistics say that majority of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account. And in this video, I kind of want to encourage you guys to really get into saving.
Right.
And I want to actually talk about the positivity of savings, because out in the traditional sense of finances, usually savings is looked at as a negative term. I'm saving for emergencies. I'm saving just in case I'm going to lose my job. I'm saving just in case I have health issues. And that's, to me, is demotivating. Like, I ain't trying I ain't trying to save for those things, but nobody really talks. I'm not gonna say nobody, but a lot of people ain't talking about saving for living.
Right.
So that's one thing about, that's the name of the channel, Living While Saving. So we don't want you to go into savings with a negative connotation. So we're gonna flip this thing on its head. So we're gonna say we saving so we can accomplish something in our life that we really want to do, a dream, a goal, a vision, or whatever that you're trying to accomplish in your life. That's what your savings is for. So versus saying I'm going to save up enough money just in case I lose my job to have 3 to 6 months. No, I'm saving just in case I don't want to work at my job no more.
For 3 to 6 months.
Right. Because my job is on this BS.
I can leave.
Exactly. Because most of the time we have to stick with jobs because we don't have a savings.
Yeah. And I think the first thing that we did when we really tried to figure out why we couldn't do this thing, we had to tap into the psychology behind money, savings, and like you said,
right.
When you say saving, it automatically puts you in a negative space, because like you said, it's always for things that come up negatively.
Yes.
So we had to switch that thing around, and we started calling our savings our opportunity fund.
Yes.
And what we mean by that is, if there's an opportunity that comes along, I have that extra amount of money that I can just pull out of it and do what it is that I need to do. If the opportunity just happens to be tires, it just happens to be tires.
Yes.
But if the opportunity is a trip, and someone says at the last minute somebody canceled, I got $500 trip, it's all yours if you, okay, cool. You know, things like that, you know, because things like that happen all the time. I'm trying to tell you, sometimes you'll look out there and people be like, listen, I got to get rid of this car. It's usually 10 grand, but I really need the money. 7,000 cash. You be like, if I had $7,000, I would get that car.
Yep.
But you don't.
So you missed the opportunity.
So you missed the opportunity because you didn't have an opportunity fund.
Yes. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's talk about some of our struggles that we had with saving. And one of the number one things that I struggle with, and you can talk about what you struggle with, was that when I started putting money in my savings, it felt like it was leaving my life. So I'm like, I need to keep this money in my savings account, my checking account, just in case I need to leave for something. But it just never clicked that, hey, player, you still got the money. It just in reserve for a future purchase. So that was like my number one thing. There's some other things, but I want to stop. What was yours?
The biggest thing for me was I felt like, especially right after college, you have more debt than you have money. So you're trying to save money while still trying to do what you need to do. And like you said, savings for me, it did leave my life, because then it restricted me from being able to live.
Ooh. So
that's where I started. Like when your friends are going out, you know, back then it was TGI Fridays and going to the club and whatnot. You know, that $50 that I just slid over into savings account is not allowing me to go out with my friends.
Yeah.
So then next thing you know, you don't pull $25 out and you don't went and had you a good time for that weekend.
Yeah.
And you be like, bucket. I'm gonna do it again next weekend. So that $50 that month per paycheck, you just don't blew it because you didn't have enough money to live. But it really wasn't that. I hadn't structured my life to do both.
Ooh, wow. I believe what has happened in America, and this is what was happening with us, we have turned credit cards and personal loans or those cash advance places as our savings account. That's our fallback plan. Mm-hmm. I got my credit card, so that's my fallback plan.
Well, I have good credit.
Right. And actually, that's actually the credit card companies or the bank's fallback plan because you're getting their money plus interest. But the thing about it is we don't calculate how much interest we really pay them. That's not an interest video. Right. But I want to let you know that we pay hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in interest to credit card companies and banks because we refuse to adopt the discipline of saving the money that we making every month.
And that's real facts.
That is facts.
Right.
Basically, when it comes down to saving money, it's about 80% behavior and 20% strategy. So most of the time, it's never really about the strategy. Mm-hmm. It's about the mindset that you go into with the strategy.
Also need to hit on the fact that we were not brought up in an environment of saving. Like we were brought up in the environment of spending money.
Mm-hmm. Balling out.
Yeah. And not even like balling out like we say. Balling out is different for everybody. Theirs was they lived.
Yeah.
They lived.
With no thought of tomorrow.
Right. And no thought of tomorrow. And that's how I saw my mom live. But I always saw tomorrow negatively. Yeah. Because tomorrow was the pay or quit notices on the door. Tomorrow was
the eviction notice.
Yeah, alternator went up in the car and you can't get a new one. You know what I mean?
Now you gotta go borrow from all the family to make it happen.
Yeah. So for me, I was brought up in that atmosphere, and I've always been like, no, that's not gonna be me. But trying not to be that created debt. When I did fall into those pitfalls because I had good credit.
Yep.
So when I fell into the pitfalls that they fell into, they didn't have credit cards. I did. So my struggle didn't look like theirs because mine was hidden behind interest. So this thing goes deep. It really goes deep, and you have to think about where did your mindset come from?
Yeah.
It's learned behavior. It definitely came from being a learned behavior.
Yep. Watching other people in your life that was influential, and you picked up on their habits.
Yep.
And you started applying them. Now, I know a lot of you guys are from over on the Life With Us TV channel, and you guys see the way that we travel, but we haven't always traveled that way. We started traveling on those timeshare vouchers.
Yes, sir.
You know, long as you make a combined $50,000 a year and you ain't been to a timeshare in the last 12 months at that particular resort.
Hey, you got good credit?
Yep, you can go to that 90-minute tour. That's not 90 minutes. It's actually half your day.
Yes.
And at the end, you get them.
And they make you feel this big.
Yep, you get them tickets for the theme parks, or you get the $100 Visa gift card, or you get all. We did all of that. And really, that was the catalyst for us because we had a really bad experience.
Yes, we did.
One of that was, we told the guy that we did not want the timeshare. And he insisted that we go through the tour. I was like, okay.
We don't even like it here.
We was like, we really only here to get the $200. I mean, we're going to be straight. We here to get the $200 and the free stay at the resort. Yeah. So that's.
It really was about the free stay real
talk. So he insisted, and then at the end, he going to tell us, be like, what, you guys professionals?
Y'all professional scam artists?
We was like, man, we told you in the beginning we want. Matter of fact, ain't nothing at this resort that we even like.
It was horrible.
We here because it's free. And then after that, we say, you know what?
We're never doing this again.
We're going to start saving for our vacations. And so I remember we started saving $20 a month towards vacation because we said the next time we go to a resort, we're going to have the cash money and we ain't doing no tours. Right. And if my memory serves me correct, I think it took us about a year to get there.
Probably.
I think it was about a year. Right. But in between time, a lot of times what we want to do, let's talk about the living part. So it took us a year to be able to pay for the resort out of our money. So during that in-between time, we still needed to be able to live.
That's it.
So what we started doing was finding places that was within our budget, places that, you know, we didn't really want to stay at, but we still had to vacate. And then I think we did a few more of those free vouchers.
I don't think we did.
Did we? Mm-mm. I think we did. Or we just did like some, you know, the hotels, you know, like.
I think we just did like really local things on like deals or whatever.
Yeah, like Groupon. We did some Groupon stuff and stuff. Yeah, so we started, you know, finding things that, you know, that wasn't upscale like a resort that cost like $100, $200, $300 a night.
Right.
So we started finding stuff that's a lot less.
Until we got to do that.
Yeah, until we got to the place to where we are now, and we not bragging, but because we changed our behavior of spending to being savers and spenders, now we able to reach in and pay cash when we go on vacation, but at our level.
Yeah.
Now, it's a few vacations that we want to go on that's not at our level.
And you definitely got to save.
Yes. And we haven't planned for that. We want to go to Maldives.
And
Bora Bora. And those trips are like five-figure trips.
Not really.
$10, $15?
It could be.
Yeah, because she the Asian.
Yeah. When you dealing with me, it could be. Because one thing about me on vacation, this is off topic, I am a bougie vacationer. My regular life, I don't need all the frills. On vacation though, oh, it's bougie as hell.
Oh yeah, that's you. So, I just want to encourage you, man, that you can do this. It's just making a conscious decision today that I'm going to change my spending habits.
That's it.
And we're about taking action. There's no use in watching this whole video, getting the nuggets we throwed out, getting inspired, and get motivated, and walk away. Yeah, it's good to know without taking action. Now, we always say it's really not about the amount that you're saving in the beginning. It's about creating the habit. So I don't know if it's $1 for you. It could be 50 cents. It could be $20. It's wherever you are. I want you to start right now. If you don't have a savings account open, I want you to go open one up, and I want you to deposit something in that savings account.
And matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I think that I have some links to some really good like savings accounts that you can get in on. And I will link those below where you don't really have, because a lot of people also run into, well, if I do a savings account, I don't have a minimum amount to put in it, I'm going to start getting fees. I'm going to do the legwork for you. I'm going to link that stuff below so that you can start saving on your level. And it could even be a checking account that has no fees attached to it, as long as you're using that account to save money. I'll link all of that below because that's what I had to do with my own mother.
No, I see you.
Yeah, I had to do that with my own mother. Y'all don't even want to know that conversation.
So the next part of that savings account is the Queen said she's going to provide y'all with some links for the savings.
Yeah.
If that savings account is at your current bank, don't open it.
Right.
Especially if you are a hardcore spender, don't open it because you're going to be tempted to reach in there and pull that money out. Put that money in another financial institution away from your checking account. That's going to prevent you from making impulse purchases when you go in the store. So they got it set up now. You can access your bank accounts right on your phone.
Yeah.
So if you got this thing at your same bank, you can go right on your phone and transfer the money from your savings right to your checking account and buy them shoes or them clothes or whatever it is at the mall, whatever you're trying to purchase, and take from your savings. And then you feel good about the purchase while you at the register. Then you get back home and you feel bad. Like, dang, I did it again. So having it at another financial institution, it takes like sometimes 2 or 3 days for that money to get to you. By that time, you ain't going to want that stuff no more.
Exactly. And don't add that account to your Apple Pay. Don't add it to your Google Pay.
No.
Don't add it to nothing. Matter of fact, if it happens to have to be a checking account, because don't hold me to it, don't even put the card in your goddamn wallet or anything like that. Just go ahead, put it in a safe place in your security box if you have one of those.
Yes.
Because we're trying to get rid of all the temptation here.
Yes.
We're trying to keep that money. Trying to keep it.
Yes. So I hope you guys was inspired and motivated by this video, but most of all, I want you to be motivated to take action.
Right.
Like I said in the beginning of this video, it's time for you to take control of your finances. Today, not tomorrow.
Right.
I don't care where you are. Today is your day for a change in your money. And I'm telling you, we started small. Now we're here. If you want to kind of see some of our vacations and how we live, and you can check out our Life With Us TV channel. We'll have that linked below as well. And you can check out some of the vacations. Matter of fact, we get ready to go on another vacation real soon. And guess what, y'all? We didn't have to put it on credit. Pay cash.
It hurt.
But I want y'all to have the same testimony. So we not bragging. But we trying to let you know that you can get there if you start today. But you won't ever gonna get there if you don't ever start. And don't focus on your past failures. I know we did the same thing. You put money in savings, take it back out, put it in. No, I ain't worried about. No, today is a new day, clean slate. We changing our habits. We becoming conscious of our spending, and we're gonna open up the savings account that my wife giving. Gonna provide y'all down below. Remember, if your bank is in there, find another savings account.
Right. Find another one to click on.
And remember, it's open. I don't care if you got to deposit a dime in there. Start the habit. And then whether it's every single month or every single week or whatever the rotation is, you make sure you be consistent and be conscious that I'm going to make a deposit in my savings account. And I'm going to leave you with this. And I know I'm sounding like a pastor at the church, and I'm going to close with this.
And maybe get a direct deposit from your bank, from your paycheck to automatically go over there as well.
Right. If you found information in this video that it was helpful, but you feel like you just need just a little bit more help, and you want to be handheld through this process of saving and paying off debt, we actually have a schedule now that we've created where we can meet with you one-on-one. So if you feel like you need our help, you can go down in the description and click the link and schedule a one-on-one with us.
That's right.
And we can definitely help you, so we can look at your circumstance, because I know everybody's circumstance is different. So if you want us to look at where you are and help you get to where you want to get to based upon your savings goals or your debt goals, please go down into the link and book us today, and we'll be glad to help you out.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Straight from the VA.
The Dirty 30 South.
2 up, 2 down.